Well, what's up, guys? I know it's been a really long time. I think it's been like over a month since I've posted on this channel, but I kind of want to walk you guys through some of the stuff that's been going on and kind of why I haven't really been posting on here a bunch. A lot of it came down to just like being able to edit the videos. It doesn't actually pertain to my walk with Christ because it's absolutely grown. I know I haven't been able to kind of walk you guys through every step of the way, but I hope, with this update I can kind of get back into editing and getting back to posting for this channel. But let's just go back. About 3 weeks ago, I started waking up at 6 a.m. to go see the sunrise and to spend time with Jesus. So I would either take my Bible or I would take my notebook, and I would go out there and just reflect on what God has done, or the areas that I want to grow with God, or the areas that are really lacking, you know what I'm saying? But I was intentional about waking up at 6 a.m. to make sure that I could spend time with Jesus. And throughout that time, He showed me many things, and I've been able to write down a bunch of things, and I'll kind of show you guys some of the things. And I've been writing, and I know I haven't always made a video about it, but He has been moving, and He's moved a lot because I prioritized it, you know what I'm saying? Because I went the extra mile to wake up early. I feel like I keep pushing this narrative, but I feel like once you put God first, when you really prioritize the things of God and you really prioritize your relationship with God, God will actually come in and He will move in your life in a way that you may have never seen. But a lot of times we do what we want to do, and then we try to get back to God after we don't see the result, or we don't see the fruit, or we don't see the growth that we're looking for. But it's really because we keep putting Him on the back burner. It's like if somebody kept wanting to hang out with you, but every time they hang out with you, it's when somebody else bails. At some point, you're not going to want to go. You know what I mean? So God may not be coming through for you because you're not really prioritizing Him, or you may feel far from Him because you're not prioritizing Him or spending time with Him in the way that you should. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of the things that I had been reading on, the last couple of weeks, has been about my relationship, has been about how to be more like Jesus, has been about where I am, where I actually am, not just where social media says I am or by the standard that I put out there or whatever it is, but where am I actually? What are the areas that I'm struggling with? And a lot of it came down to loneliness. So some of the things that I've written down, and I'll just kind of overview it, but it said, don't allow loneliness to make you do something God wouldn't want. The enemy wants you to run, and God asks you to come to Him. It's better to be alone with God than surrounded by the enemy, because growth comes with isolation. Would you rather grow with God or be stagnant with the enemy? God will give you joy in chaos if you want it. Seek Him as much as everything else, and maybe you'll find some answers. And those have been some of the things that I've been reflecting on, and this is at 6 a.m. So I've been waking up because I feel like it's important to put yourself in a position to hear from God. It's hard to hear from God when you've done everything else but hear from Him. When you've done everything else but try to be more like Him. Like how is He ever going to feel close? How are you ever going to feel close to Him whenever you're doing every other thing in the world? You know what I'm saying? So I just want to encourage you, I've been waking up at 6 a.m. Today I woke up at 7 right now. It's about 8 o'clock. But this morning I read in John 15, and I was just reading about what it means to be rooted. John 15, and it says, apart from me, you can do nothing. If you do not remain in me, you are like a branch that is thrown away and withers. I'm telling you, man, God has opened some doors. I've had some opportunities to film and do some recording and shoot for some really awesome people and make some connections and work with some brands. And God has just opened up this door because throughout this time, I'll be honest, in the last 4 months, God has moved more for me than I may have recognized in some of my other months and some of my other winters or fall or cold seasons or whatever. But I prioritized what it means for me to be with God. You know what I'm saying? I went the extra mile. I took my notebook to reflect. I took the time to pray. I woke up earlier, and that's how God started to move in my life, because I truly prioritized Him. I didn't keep doing what I felt was right, or I didn't keep doing what I felt emotionally led to do. I went and prioritized my time with God, and He ordered my steps. He ordered the opportunities. He ordered the people in my life that would change some of the trajectories of the things I've been doing, or how well something does. You know what I'm saying? That's what God has done when I prioritized Him. And He could do the same for you if you want Him to. But you have to come to that place where you need to decide if you want God to move, if you want to be more like Jesus. Because a lot of times we get stuck and we like the idea of it, but we don't want the sacrifice. You don't want to wake up. You don't want to read. You don't want to write. It makes you tired. You don't want to cut off those friends. You don't want to say no to temptation. It's going to be really hard to reap the blessings that God has for you if you don't want it. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to encourage you guys. And yeah, I know I've been gone. I'm sorry. But I appreciate all you guys for still watching and staying tuned in. But God has been moving, and it's because I prioritized Him. And I know He'll do the same for you, but I want you to prioritize Him. Like, you guys are watching this on another camera. I have another camera now. That's besides the point. I've just been blessed, and I'm very grateful. But you can't forget what it took to get there before everything happened. You know what I'm saying? So I'll see you guys next Bible study. I appreciate y'all. seriously, I'll be back on here.